it's really going to depend on the Chiefs defense, you know. It's really going to depend on the Chiefs defense. Chiefs defense got to like come up huge in the game on Sunday. Nothing this way. The Chiefs don't come up huge. If the Chiefs defense doesn't do their thing, just pack it up. Yo. 49ers is just gonna run the ball all fucking day. That's what I would do. It's like, yo, these guys ain't really that good at defense. Titans didn't have no burst. The Titans, all the Chiefs did is what I thought is what I was like, shit, that's what I would have did. It was like, to me, it was obvious what the game plan was going to be. Was for the Titans, they have really one weapon. I can't name any of the Titans receivers. Their quarterback only because the quarterback's important, Ryan Tannehill. But yeah, Titans, they couldn't do anything else. They couldn't throw, so they had to run. And all they did was they just the rookie, AJ Brown. Well, again, he's a rookie, so we'll have to see how he goes, how he does in the future. But shit, they needed him that game. All they did was stack the box. Put 8 in the box. And okay, Ryan Tannehill, you gotta beat us, and that's exactly what they did. I was like, look, I'm just talking about me. Me, knowing football, having never played on an NFL level, but just me, just sitting there like, that's what I would do. Stack the box and force Ryan Tannehill to beat you, which is exactly what they did. It's like, you just said it yourself. They didn't even get a burst. It's like, you know why? Because they just, okay, we're going to put 8 players in the box against Derrick Henry and force Ryan Tannehill to throw, which was the worst thing for the Titans. Like, all their best stuff came off play action. Exactly. He can't be anyone. These fucking load screens, man. Like, you take a chance of him getting hot, but like, Ryan Tannehill has been, he's done enough for them to win. Like they pretty much, how they even win is, he'll run it down your throat with Derrick Henry, and you force you to beat it, and then we'll pass enough to be dangerous, But they was supposed to have. The Titans just have bad level QBs, man. They haven't had a good QB since McNair. That's why I say making sure you draft a good QB in a good environment is important, because they say for the longest time, like, look, it was like, the Miami Dolphins had a quarterback since Marino. They haven't had a quarterback where you can say, hey, this guy was the man since Marino. The Browns never had a quarterback. Like, that's an important position, man. And the Titans, they just run into bad luck with the quarterback position. Like, it's just not been good for them. Bruh. Titans have had flashes. With who? They haven't had any good QBs since McNair, Vince Young didn't work out. Jake Locker didn't work out. Mariota now doesn't work out. Vince Young had one good year, his rookie year. They gave him to the QB killer. They gave him to the QB killer, Jeff Fisher. Yeah, his rookie year, he had 1 year, bro. Oh, they shooting at that thing. Before I let them kill it before I game over there. shit, they threw me right off the shit.
Buddy, help!
I gotta kill you now because you about to attack me. Yeah, Titans have had a good QB since sticking in there, and Jeff Fisher was so bad with quarterbacks after McNair that we were like, yo, how did McNair thrive in that environment? People were like, how did McNair thrive in that environment? Because every QB he had after McNair, it didn't work out. People were like, wow, I don't know how McNair thrived in an environment with Jeff Fisher. Because of how bad he was with Vince Young, how bad he was with when he had Jake Locker. Then he got fired, went over there to the Rams. All the QBs he had over there with the Rams, Nick Foles didn't have a good year under him. Jared Goff didn't have a good year over them, where they thought Jared Goff was a bust. The jury's still kind of out on Jared Goff, but for the most part, people feel like he's solid. But yeah, it's like he does not have a good track record. Jeff Fisher was one of those guys that he had been in the NFL coaching so long, like, you know, he built a lot of good relationships. Like, he's been coaching since like the Reggie White days. Like, he coached that great defense that Philadelphia used to have with Jerome Brown, Reggie White and them, and they had Randall Cunningham and all them boys, Chris Carter before he went to the Vikings. He had all those guys over there. And he was defensive coordinator over there during those years. So he had been coaching for like a hot minute. Yeah, we do sports over here too. So I couldn't jump off early. Yeah, I didn't even ask him. Bro, do you know him? He's been in the league a while, bro, and they haven't won anything with him. You gotta think he's in the same draft class as Eli and Ben Roethlisberger, who both won 2 Super Bowls. Eli won 2 Super Bowls. Roethlisberger won 2 Super Bowls. Rivers ain't won 1. He ain't even been there.
Come on now, buddy.
And then his numbers have been slipping. Yeah, Chargers need a whole bunch of help, bro. There's a lot of people that feel like the same way about how you feel about the Titans. They feel the way about the Chargers. How you feel like, yo, they said everywhere except quarterback. A lot of people have told me that about the Chargers. Like, yo, they got everything they need except for a quarterback now. Because Rivers is like, he's done. People feel like Rivers is over. I don't know. Look up his numbers, man. I don't think his numbers were that good this year, and then they benched him. I remember he wasn't playing that well, bro. He was not, at least this year. This past season, he wasn't playing that well. And like the whole team is new coach, new system. The whole team is young. They're a young team too. We got a young team. And their head coach Anthony Lynn is like highly respected around the league. Like a lot of people like that dude. So, and he needs to try to make a run at winning. So like, yeah, Rivers is out of there. That whole team is a really young team. They got a young running back. They got young receivers. They have a tight end that's going to replace Antonio Gates. Like, yeah, they moving on. They moving on from your boy. They're moving on from Rivers, man. Shit. Tried to run. Those aren't bad numbers actually. Those aren't bad numbers actually. The whole thing over there that is? Oh yeah, because I was just. Especially in this forest, everything's trying to damn kill you.
Hope these don't freak Grease out.
Yeah. But yeah, his numbers aren't that bad, man. Those numbers aren't bad at all. But I'm telling you, the whole team is young except him. There's a young team, a young coach. They're just moving on, bro. That's all it is.
Something about this place. It's sacred to them.
Gotta get to that area where I didn't explore. Titans or the Patriots, yo, that would be dope. Max Kellerman has actually brought up that point. Put Rivers on the Patriots. But he was using that as a point to prove Bill Belichick's coaching prowess. Like he used that. He was using that as a point to prove that Bill Belichick being a great coach. Like people always say, Belichick couldn't win without Tom Brady. I'm like, Tom Brady ain't won. Y'all act like Tom Brady won something without him, though. Like, you got to think like Belichick deserves some credit because he's also the GM.
Now.
So I always say when they say it's Belichick or Brady, I always say Belichick because he built that entire team. Yes, I give Belichick the credit because he's also the GM. He's the coach and the GM. So that's why I give him that much credit. If he was just a coach, I might be like, hey, you can make an argument for Tom Brady. Since he's the GM too, I'm like, nah. Belichick every day in that argument. This is not the area. Oh, but that thing's like my friend or whatever, though. That big ass fucking thing up there. Because one of the missions was I had to save it. Bills are making a turn in the right direction.
Let's take a look. Thanks, BD.
Like the Bills are heading in the right direction. That's the direction you want to see a team going right now. Where you have a young team, they play hard, and they got a bunch of young players that are developing. Like, that's what you want to see. Let's see with that. I don't know why the Jets hired Adam Gase when he didn't work out in Miami. I'm like, really? He didn't work out in Miami, even though Miami has his own like set of problems. But I was like, yeah, he didn't work out there. Why did y'all? I was kind of confused on the hire. So I was like, why'd y'all hire him? And apparently, like, you know. Apparently they love him over there. Is that 21 supposed to? Am I supposed to swim under or something? Yeah, I think I am. Come down here. Go back to the beginning. There's probably something back there. Luckily, when you're underwater, like they don't have a fight mechanic for underwater, so like nothing's gonna attack you when you're underwater. Let's see, did miss something. Jets are a joke. I haven't liked the Jets. I personally haven't liked the Jets since Curtis Martin retired here. Like I cheer for the Jets because it's a New York team, but I don't really like when people are like, "Yo, what's your team?" It's always been the Giants. Number one, because it's really because my favorite player growing up, Michael Strahan, because I played his position in high school. I wanted to play his position in college, but they was that position defensive end. They was pretty much set at my school at that position, so they was like they made me play offensive line, which I really didn't enjoy. I struggled with that shit. I was telling them like, yo, y'all put me on defense. Like, yo, y'all gonna have a player, bro. Because first of all, that's what I trained for like the last 2 years. But yeah, I'm getting away from it. I'm getting away from my point. It's always been the Giants.